Weird stuff going on. I pop open my thing and there's this like blue notification thing. Something about moderators and blah, blah, blah. I'm not interested. We are the moderators. We're the moderators. We just politely tell people if you're coming up in here, be ready to, step up, step your game up. Don't come in here being third dimensional, a mundaner, because that doesn't work here. Sure the hell doesn't work here. So, welcome on in. This is a very important chit chat. We're supposed to be talking about going into candle work and putting that together, but Spirit came in with something else. And I was like, oh, that is important to talk about. So get your coffees, get your teas, get your notebooks, get your water. Welcome to Be Soul Light. Hey, lovely. Welcome on in. Can you believe it's Thursday already? Dang. Absolutely crazy. So, we got to talk about this. First thing first, the movie of reference today is going to be The Edge of Tomorrow. It is free on Tubi. So, Tubi, Tubi. So you can go over to Tubi. They just recently loaded that one up yesterday. The Edge of Tomorrow. If you've never seen that movie, I highly suggest you watch it. It's a movie about chasing time, trying to reset time. Okay? And it's a really good movie. You gotta pay attention. Okay? You really gotta pay attention. Because the whole aspect of this military is to take down the AI that got out of control, gave birth to itself. Okay? They got to find the mother nest and take it out because it's the one that keeps resetting the time so they will not find the nest to take her out. Oh, yeah. So, you're going to want to watch this because each time Sergeant Cage, The Age of Tomorrow with Tom Cruise, yes, he goes in, he does the reports of the war against these sentient beings. Okay, revisit it, see it again. Because it's going to play out, it's going to show you something of what's happening, okay, in the now part, where you are the observer, you're watching it. So, the whole thing, every time when he gets killed on the field or he dies, he comes back and it starts all over again. But it wipes his mind. But he's able to remember because the first time when he got attacked, the sentinel fluid burned onto him. So it got into his system. So when he came back, he was like, okay, wait a minute. We just did this. I just talked to this person. Da 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 da. Okay, this just happened. The plane is gonna blow. Okay, we all landed on the shores. We're fighting. Okay, the beings are out. You know, he's very aware of it. So oh, honey, okay. So he's very aware of what is going on. So it's a good movie. Stay and watch it all the way to the end because it's talking about how time is stolen and things are reset constantly, constantly. Okay, so we're going to get into this subject today. If you are a sensitive person, you're going to know why you're feeling kind of edgy. Okay? Because that card that we got yesterday was called Empath Overload. Okay? So let's take a look at today's Ken as we step into this energy once again. And today we are in the blue rhythmic night. Today is November 7th. And it's all about guided for the abundance. Okay. That's the color. So I organize in order to dream, balancing intuitions. I seal the input of abundance with the rhythmic tone of equality. I am guided by my own power in double. Blue is the color. The planet is Saturn. The chakra is the solar plexus. Earth family is the signum. There is no room today except for the sacred square. Hold on. There we go. Okay. So the message is the origin of the GM108X contains the keys of knowledge pertaining to the science of how we arrived on this particular star system. So really, the star system they're talking about is Sirius B52, hyperplasmic enlightenment at gate 441. God, I sound like I'm on Aliens. I sounded like I was mother computer of Aliens. Exit gate 441, T minus 10 minus seconds. Ninth dimension, inner core time, and we're dealing with the crown, but we're on that ninth dimension energy. So that's what we're going to be feeling today. What the hell is GM108X? Hold on a second. Got to go into this. Star Trek. Oh my gosh. Tap, tap. Let me put this in because I'm like, what the heck is that? I'm like, what the heck is a GM108X? What? Hold on. Hey. Cooperate, please. Okay. Let me type it in. Search for GM108X. What the hell is that? Force field. You don't say. Origin of GM108X contains the keys of knowledge. Okay. Force field. Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, let's turn that around. All right. All right. This is what I like about the computer calendar. It's that thick, this particular, when you use this calendar system, because it has all the keys in it so that you can break things down. So now I got to look up this code because I have no idea what that code is. GM108X force field. It's a force field, one match. Okay. It's a force field. A day. Okay, we already had a day at a time. And that was right before we started this calendar. Opening of the nighttime dimensions, awakening in the neosphere. Oh my God. Okay. Oh man, this is like shocking to my system. Okay. All right. This is what I'm looking at. This thing right here. Okay. So, oh my God. Okay. Before I get into this, I have to tell you why we're having this talk, the shatter of the mind. Okay? So I have to prepare you guys for this. So if you yourself experience it, or if you see someone else experiencing it, this is what's going to be happening. So I'm ready. Are you guys ready to help translate with this? Thank you. All the highest gift for everyone, so everyone gets it. Okay, into the heart, sacred space. Thank you. Okay, so this morning, around 4:15, 4:30 in the morning, I was hearing this cracking sound, like glass cracking, like. I was like, what the hell is that noise? I sat straight up. I was like, something's breaking, glass is breaking. What is that noise? And I waited. It's quiet. I don't hear it no more. I lay back down, go back to sleep. Then I hear it again. Crack sound around 5:15, 5:30 in the morning. And I'm listening. I'm like, what the hell is that sound? What is breaking? Okay. I'm like, what am I hearing? This breaking glass sound. Now, last time when I heard the breaking glass sound, I heard had the vision and then the dreams that follow of the firmament breaking, okay? And it was sounding like just like a traveling glass breaking sound. Like it's broke, but it's cracking more. And I was like, So I get online, warm up everything. I'm doing fine. I'm going through, I'm answering my messages. I'm all in my signal groups, talking, doing my teaching, leaving my voice stuff, I start scrolling, and I stop on this one page. I'm not going to say the name of this person out of respect for her day. Okay. So she's talking, and then all of a sudden I see her go into this, she just breaks down and starts crying. But she goes into this, she goes, oh my God, I don't know what's happening to me. And she just starts releasing, and she just starts crying. She's up there. She's a healer, everything. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And I just stop and I'm holding space. And as she's crying, and as she's stating what is coming up for her out of nowhere, I hear the cracking sound and the shatter. And once she really says what it is, I'm getting goosebumps, why she is releasing, why she's crying, and she says the words, it just all released. And then she was like, oh my God, I have no idea where that came from. I don't know why that's coming up. And I sat there and I said, okay, I just witnessed this. What is going on, Spirit? Divine Team, explain this to me. Okay, here we go. So, everyone's in this tiff about Trump getting in. But everybody doesn't realize, except for those that know the reason, the real reason why this is, that it's just he's like a peg. He's just like a little key to jumpstart something. Okay? That's how you have to look at the government. They're just little turning key pegs to start something up, to get to the next level. You have the negative, and then you have a positive. So we were in a negative, now we're switching to a positive. So we're going up, okay? Turning it up. Okay, he's a part of that key. So when you are leaving and you are accelerating, and your soul knows when you have covered your lessons, your curriculum, your divine curriculum. Say that because they like that. Your divine curriculum. Okay, when you have reached so far into your divine curriculum and you leveled up and you are moving out of the third dimension, the shattering, the glass breaking sound that you hear is the shattering of the artificial timeline that has imprinted on your mind. That's not real. All that stuff that holds that imprinted belief energy starts to crack and shatter. And the way it cracks and shatters is how you release it through the tears, because it's the water letting down of that old false light energy is cracking. So now your crystalline goes and replaces it. Thank you. Activates your sovereign divinity so that you are ready for when we have the blast of coded light from source that reawakens the DNA all the way through you. Not just coming up halfway, but coming up 100%. They say 360. 360. So, those of you that are thinking, oh, I've made it to my next level. You see it and you feel the difference. You're like, okay, I got here. I made it to the next level. This is good. I'm here. If there is any residual of the third dimensional timeline false energy that is still imprinted on you in the way you think, you function, how you judge, even lie, cover things up, not being true to yourself. If there's any of that still on you, it's going to crack. It's going to release it. And it can happen anytime, anywhere. So this is to be aware if this happens to you or you see this happen to other people, to not panic and think you're crazy, you're losing your mind. Yeah, you are literally losing your mind. You're losing the false third dimensional imprinted energy. The old overlaid texture that has to come out. That's why the thumbprint shows the mind cracking out, cracking and releasing. So this is releasing that. Okay? So once this is released, there's this energy. It's kind of like when it cracks, when it releases, there's this shoom, shoom that comes in that restarts and recirculates and rewires everything and brings you into that higher timeline, anchoring you, even though you've already said, I'm anchored into the higher positive timeline. This is securing it. This is securing it so that you're not getting the back and forth yo-yo effect. Thank you. So that when you see things, thank you, when you see things breaking down around you of the third and fourth dimensional timelines, when it's breaking down, you don't get triggered and freak out and buy into bringing the energy of yourself in back into it, because it becomes a suction of fear, of manipulation back into that. So after the cracking happens, that real part of the self that anchors into the positive timeline comes on and anchors you, so you don't have the yo-yo and you're not going to be easily triggered. And I was like, holy waters of the God. I just said, oh my goodness, the cracking. So there's going to be a lot of that. It actually started last night. I watched how the Matrix was replaying the same thing. Sounds like a heck of a trip. Yeah, can't wait. Nah, you don't want, no. Because when it happens, you're not going to know when it's going to hit you. And anything can set it off. And the way this person got hit was through an animal. The love of an animal. Okay? This is how this person got hit. And it just was like turning a key. You literally can see it turned the key and just went phew. So now when that energy is moving like this, so now the Matrix, pay attention. Go back. When everything happened, everyone thought that T was in before. Okay? And then when everyone woke up from sleep, it wasn't him. It was the Biden team. It was like, what the hell happened? Everybody was like, what? And then people were freaking out. They were acting out. Remember? They were protesting. Remember? Okay? They were protesting. They had their signs out. They were doing all their marching, doing all that stuff. And then what did Trump do? He says, please, everyone, go home. Don't do this. No protesting. Let's keep things safe. We need to have a peaceful transfer. We need to transfer Teresa. But I do not concede. That's what he said. But now the Matrix is replaying it again. You got the actors in place doing their thing. They're protesting. It's redoing it again. And who has to stand out there and say, we need to have a peaceful transfer? This needs to go peacefully. We need to transfer peacefully. Okay? Same thing, just different reverse timelines. The higher timeline means you have to do it correctly and stand in a positive origin of it, where on the negative timeline, it was like, we don't give a fuck. We're gonna do whatever we want to do. So here's the thing. There are people, they're programming. I like saying it this way because you're going to see the difference. People's programming, their old third dimensional mundane programming, thinks that, oh, once they tally everything up, if it comes out that this wasn't what it's supposed to be, they're going to just give it over. No, it's not going to happen like that. This is following a prophecy timeline. You don't get to undo a prophecy timeline. That is written. It is prophesied. It's there in a sacred book, written through 3 to 4 generations of this prophecy that has to anchor because it's a key to turn it. So, thank you. So the next part of those who are on different platforms throughout whatever, because now you're going to see others attacking others on platforms for what they picked and they thought who was going to be, and da 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 da. Okay, what do I do? Here it is. And this comes from the elder grandmothers who brought this message in. Everyone saw it from their point of view on whatever timeline they were currently on at that time. From their vibration and frequency of that timeline they were on. So if they saw Camilla winning, that's the timeline they were on. That's what they saw. If they saw people saw Trump winning, that's the timeline that they were on. That's what they saw. You see the ones on the negative timeline and the ones on the higher timeline. That's what they saw. Everyone is right, but only one could turn the key. And that comes from Anubis. You can have the key given to you, and he points to you and tells you to go to the door and put the key in. But only those who are divine within themselves can activate that key to turn that door to go into the halls of Amente. So you get the key, he points to you and tells you to go to the door and put it in and turn it. If your frequency doesn't match, you don't get in. You don't get in. You don't turn the key. This is how this is working. So back up to the portals. When I told you yesterday, when I explained to you how the portals were going blah, 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 and they were jumping through portals. They were like playing this game, time cop, jumping through these portals. And I saw Kay as she was jumping into one behind T. She missed it. And it went solid. And she hit it. And I said, ooh, she didn't make that jump. Oh, no. If she didn't make the jump there, what happens over here? And then I get validation. Someone, all connected, we all get the messages and put the pieces together, says, oh yeah, a couple days ago, they did some going around cleaning up all the old replica cloning ones. That was one of them that got cleaned up. So there was a person that was standing and pretending to look like that, to be that of her. And I was like, oh. Talk about holy Cholito. Because I saw it. I was like, what the hell? What's going on? Why am I seeing those? Oh, okay. He made it in one. Oh, she's jumping behind. Jump, jump, jump. Oh, slam. Oh. I was like, so they had to do something. They had to come up with something. See how the game is played? So, speed back down to today, or what we're talking about, when I go dig up what that GM108X is talking about, force field. So it's tied into the 9-year vision map of the blue lunar storm, which is the calendar system. This is what it is. So it's tied into this. It says opening the 9-time dimension, awakening the neosphere. Now pay attention. By the 9th enlightened powers, shed the old time and everything false and unnatural embedded in the program. Realize yourself as a child of the neosphere, a galactic citizen of the new cosmic civilization on Earth. So, when you say that you are a citizen of the United States, when you use those words, you're saying you're a product. You're an enslaved being of this energy, the matrix of the United States. Okay? When you shift into the higher timelines, you cannot be limited to a citizen of the United States, or a citizen of Europe, or a citizen of Africa, or a citizen of Australia, or a citizen of Hawaii, or a citizen of all these other continents. When you shift into higher timeline, you're shifting into higher dimensions, which makes you a galactic citizen. There's a difference. A galactic citizen is sovereign, is divine, is able to go through the different times, those higher timelines. A citizen is bound, not free. And this is what's also being broken, is the misunderstanding of that word citizen and how it has played in humanity as a hidden form of slavery, of the stealing of time, of the stealing of your energy, life force. Thank you. So, this is what this is all tied into. That GM108X force field is tied into all of this. And it says the new beams of light are being emitted from the cosmos for the builders of light to arise and create. So that code is being implemented right now. The sun is going to help anchor it and implement it even more. So when we talk about this lunar storm, the blue planetary, how it is literally, because it's a 9-year vision. This 9-year vision is stamped from 2020 to 2029. Everything that's happening on our planet right now is all to get to his timeline of 2030. But they want to have as much done as possible by 2029. So hold on to your little red slippers that are getting upgraded to beautiful purple slippers, because the amount of catch up that we're going to be doing, we're going to be jumping so many timelines, it's going to be insane. Hence, thank you. Hence the word why so many of us are having these digestive tract issues is because of the high amount of energy that it takes of being recalibrated every time we shift. You're shifting a timeline just simply by that. So imagine if a whole planet moves like that every so many seconds, hours, however they're doing it to get us up to speed. So you're going to see things roll out that's going to be like, whoa, 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 whoa. You're going to see yourself where you're doing things that's like, oh, I didn't know I could do that. What the hell is that? I was in the bathroom and I ended up in the kitchen. What the hell? Little things like that are going to be happening. That's kind of a big thing, but those are some of the things that are shifting that happens. Gifts come online. That's happening. How do you embrace those gifts? How do you go from a third dimensional being to this higher frequency and have to integrate along the way? Integration is going to be, ain't going to be slow. No. They're done baby feeding us. That ain't happening. So this is going to be, with this 9-year vision, it says we are in a cycle of embodied vision. In the 9 years, we are creating a bridge from one world to the next. This is a reawakening to the sacred time and simpler ways of living. In these 9 years, we are called to master our mind and emotions and open our hearts. We are activating our inner technology, boom, boom, and establishing a human-to-human power grid. The self-existing moon year enters us into the third year of 9. This year, we enter the third time dimension, attaining the power of the cosmic synchronization. Okay? So it has like a download on page 89 of the 9-year vision map for free. I'm going to have to go check that out because that one code triggered this page. And I'm like, whoa, that's a lot. It's a lot. So it is under here. It highlighted it. It says, I harmonize in order to purify a modelizing flow, guided by the space Skywalker and open of the 7th time dimension, upper radial time, descending GM 108X force field, activating the 7th mental sphere, the holomind perceiver, the multi-dimensional avatar activated. Stay tuned for new transmissions. Well, I guess this is what's accelerating this. It says it's all about the galactic healer. And this is also one that's anchoring with 2026. Okay, so if you take a slide over to the 2025 to 2026, and where we are now, the 2024 to the 2025, it is all about I organize in order to catalyze balancing energy guided to my own power double star. 19 is above all. Open 5th time dimension, red heat, thermal force, heat. Awakening of the divine masculine power of will, AA midway force field. Activate 5th mental sphere, subconscious, super subconscious. Balance right hemisphere. So there's going to be a lot of your right-sided brain kicking in. It's already doing it. And that right-sided brain activation brings in that intuition, brings in that telepathic, brings in that velocity, time, quantum moving synchronicity. So, yeah, just be aware if you start hearing that cracking sound, that's what's happening. And I'm so grateful that for some reason I was just up earlier, and what could have possibly made me go to that person's page? And I'm like, oh. And then witnessing what was going on, what was happening, to bring that into the message of what we needed to hear today. Okay? So, just pay attention. And also, pay attention to the water sound. You start hearing all that water sound, that's a part of Kundalini activating within you. Okay? So, just be aware of that too. Any questions about this part I just talked to you about? Ask now or forever hold your peace. Because this is pretty... I've never had this activate that. I was like, what the hell is that? And now we know what it is, what is activating. So, thank you. Here's a question to ask yourself in your higher sacred heart space. The true mind that rules. Are you just a citizen that's bound by your limitations of yourself? Or are you a galactic being, unbound? That was a good one. I like that. What are you? Which one do you want to be? Oh my goodness. You know what? If you were going to be asked 5 or 10 years from now, no, 10 years ago, where you are right now, where would you have believed everything that has happened, has transpired? Would you even been able to comprehend it, of what's happening right now, where you are? This is not by accident. You're witnessing a key turning event in the most utmost interesting way. But with it comes the breaking, shattering of the old that can't support it. It doesn't have the anchoring ability to support it. Thank you. It doesn't have the anchoring ability to support it due to the one true key, which is a love frequency. And this is where we're going to see humanity start stepping into more of a higher vibration of love. You're going to start witnessing how everyone starts really truly bonding together and healing old wounds. It's another key. As this takes place, the amount of energy that will be coming through these type of activations of spontaneous sparks of love and compassion, healing, understanding that you are all not so different. What makes you different is what you think of each other. Mm-hmm. So in this journey right now, as the keys turn, clicking different events that will lead to the next higher outcome. Where do you find yourself standing within yourself? Will be the reveal. It will show you. And we cannot wait to witness more growth in all of you. You have grown so much in such a short period of untimed time. Thank you. You're welcome. So, any questions before we go into the cards of the day? Anyone being stuck? Anyone feeling like they got things they got to move? Trump. Yeah, sometimes I just say T, Trump. That's what it means. Okay, are we ready for card time? Who, what is he? Oh, what is he? He is assigned with Andromedan, Lyran, Arterian, and there is a council of the Orions. That's what he's part of. If you look at Melania, she's straight up Arterian and part Andromedan. Baron, he is so tall. He's Arterian. He is what the positive side of a Zeta, because Zetas are all about education, teachings. They're great teachers, guiders. And he has that Orion and Andromedan, Lyran too. But his Lyran is not as strong. You can really see that Lyran in Trump. And you really can see it also in Melania. It's kind of interesting. It comes out certain times. It's not as strong like it could be. It's probably going to be stronger this time because Lyran really played a huge part of some battling. Okay. And then the Andromedans jumped in, and then everyone started coming in, doing their part. Because this is not just an Earth thing that's happening. This is a galactic thing because it kept spreading from one planet to another, these beings. And they were doing the same thing. So when they landed here, it got contained. They've been contained here. So now the containment is breaking because, remember, the waters have to break. Okay? So we're going to witness a lot of shifting. That's why you're seeing different flooding areas, things happening really weird. In places there's normally not that water like that. Yeah, that's what it is. So today, as a part of candle work, we don't have to get really detailed. only if you want to do this work as a part of releasing any residuals. You're welcome. Any residuals that you need to release. That name clearing, I definitely would do another one 2 or 3 times before we get to the 11:11 doorway. Okay, because that's next week on a Monday. I definitely would do the white candle. You can use a tea light. Keep it simple. And just write your name, just your first name, and then write the word focus. Then take a piece of the tissue paper or a brown paper bag. You can use either one. Where did I do my tissue paper? Okay, it fell out. Take your piece, the same paper that you used to do the salt work, and write, what do you want to focus on? Not what you don't want, what it is that you do want. Okay, not want, but desire. Okay? And keep it short, clear, straight to the point. Keep it simple. And then fold it towards you. Leave it straight. Just fold it towards you. Leave it flat. Then you take your container that will have the tea light candle in it. Place that on top of it. Let it sit on top of that. And light your candle. Okay? So your candle is in the container. And you're simply taking your paper and putting it on top of it. Okay? Yes, wanted to say thank you for everything. My life shifted so much ever since the Cosmo lined me up with you. Oh, hey, you're welcome. I'm just showing up. I'm showing up, but you are going to see in the next few days and week, pay attention. It's going to get a little funny. I think this is going to be better. It's going to be short-lived, but it's going to be a little funny. So get your popcorn and just watch how all of a sudden on YouTube, it's going to start getting, well, you said this and this didn't happen, and you're going to see people doing this pointing, da 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 da. But here's the problem. Nobody's looking at what timeline did you look at. That's the whole key. If you understand what we're talking about with timelines, you understand how everything's falling into place. But if you were looking through a negative timeline, and I don't care who you are, how long you've been out there in YouTube world, and if you didn't master that, you still got some work to do. Because it's about the timelines now. You cannot come from third dimension trying to predict something. That's why everybody was kind of missing the mark. How many people are out there saying, oh, I don't see it being an election? I'm just like, unless there's a big boom from the sun or they do an arrest or something, I'm not seeing that. Not seeing that. Yeah, I said it right here. My own platform. Be So Light. Yeah, me. The one that's kind of quiet out in the community. I get a lot of people that jump on and they watch me, but they sit silently trying to figure me out. What do I know? What do I know? No. I know a lot. I don't have to tell you what I know, but I know a lot. Enough to tell people, hey, this is what you got to do. And then there's the off-world stuff, I know. So, but then again, I could just be, I don't know, mind warping you. Maybe that's what I'm doing. So, let's get to the cards. I'm having too much fun today. Poking my finger. Like, what were you thinking? Huh? What? How could you miss that? Get more coffee in you? What? All right, let's look at activations. We're going to look at activations today. And today, over here in California, it looks like a very sun-bright, coated day. I am so happy that all of you are doing well. I am so happy to have met you in this lifetime, and that's why I easily can say these words. If I laid down and died tonight in my sleep, I can actually say I came here and did what I needed to do. I touched the hearts that I needed to touch. I met the souls that I needed to meet. I did my part. I did my part. When you can actually say that, you know you're standing in the truth of who you are. And the days of artificial bullied energies and lower form energies running around instilling fear, those energies are not welcome. We don't consent to those. We consent to ourselves and we show up for our higher selves. And we do what is ours to do. Period. That's simple. I'm not trying to be anything. Not trying to get people to like me. Hell, I'm a Capricorn. You can take me with a cup of tea or not. I say it like it is. And a lot of people can't handle it. But I guarantee you, and this is something I'm definitely going to say, this point on, you know, you have witnessed who was on point, who was speaking truth, and who was not. You're going to see who's getting paid to leave you astray. Oh, yeah. Who's doing the real deal, who's not? Yeah, money talks, doesn't it? Nothing wrong with it, but it all depends on how you are showing up with it. That's the difference. Are you hurting someone? Are you not? Oh, see, I'm already in trouble. First card that's activating our day. What have I been doing? Talking with the Divine Heka. Dang it, I did not receive the notification. Don't worry about it. Things are changing because the energy is so high. There has to be a lot of upgrades done in YouTube world. Yes, that's it. Throat chakra, number 5, the one I've been using all day today. The frequency of the throat chakra, the blue flower of life, supports our self-expression and our sense of peace and balance. Hell yes to the high yes. There you go. Next. Then we have the galactic cards. Sword of light, shut the front door. Divine protection, cord cutting, breaking through energy. Hell yeah. Get that sword of light out. I don't have a problem with that. Okay? I don't have a problem burning stuff up in my violet purple, getting rid of things, cutting the cords. I don't have a problem with if I have to project a divine sword of light in front of me as a shield, calling Archangel Michael to do that. I don't have a problem with that. Or my dragons. I love my dragons. They are getting a little hungry. Better watch out. Any negative ones out there, better watch out. Okay, thank your lucky stars. As you begin to count your blessings, remember we don't like to be less. We like to be divine grace. Made divine grace. So let me see. As you begin to count your divine grace, more and more divine grace will come. Because what is divine grace? It means that Creator shows favor over you. The Beyond Lemuria, reclaim your energy. Yes. This is what the cracking is all about. Number 42, reclaim your energy. So once everything starts to crack, that's reclaiming your truth. That's reclaiming your light. That's reclaiming more of yourself. Last one of the light code, I am loved. I am love. The crown chakra. This is so pretty. I want each and every one of you to know that you are loved. You are loved. And this one, because it's a number 68, I think it is, nope, it's 2 away from that. I thought it was like the last one. So it's all about that love, devotion, inner guidance, vision, inspiration, fathoming beyond the mind, enlightenment, connection to be, the universe, and the life force energy. There's that word again, life force. So I hope today you really understood the message that was being said. So when you see things happening in the third dimension, you see the matrix replaying the same behavior pattern, you see the energy whipping up, don't allow that into your sacred heart space and say, when you see it, what do we do here at B Soul Light? What do we do here? We say those words of, oh, cancel that. We don't connect to that. We don't, no. Anything we say that is negative, fearful, whatever, to trigger you, to make you feel uncomfortable, we just say, no, cancel. Not doing that.
Oh, if you owe tax money and da-da-da-da-da.
Nope, cancel. Not existing.
Oh, if you haven't gotten this done, you could get sick.
Nope, cancel. Not listening to that. Not a part of my new timeline. It's not a part of my new creative positive timeline. That's with the new Mother Earth. I am not a citizen of the third dimension. I am a galactic citizen being, unlimited. I am a galactic priestess of spiral light, and I walk that. You are a galactic being. Step into it, please. Step into it. We're waiting for you to step into it. So, with that being said, lovelies, I bid you all a wonderful day. Go, run along, be in the sun, go have fun. Tomorrow we'll do something different. I'm planning to do something and talk about wands and stuff. Do your candle work. It's very simple, very easy. We don't have to get all difficult. We're not doing that. Keep it simple. Okay? Keep it simple. And just watch. Watch how funny it is. And just simply after you see the energy getting kind of wacky packy, whatever, you just kind of look at it and say, oh, I'll delete that. Oh, somebody looks like they're hiding truth. Shed some light on that.
Light.
And then watch how they start. Yeah, light it up, babies. All right, lovelies, go be good to yourself. Thank you so much for the love and the happy faces. Made all that return to you. Trillion, 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 zillion folds. Now that's what I call galactic. Transmission done. Bye.